Hey everybody, this is Gus from Askewed Reviews. And it's Saturday, so you know what that means? It's a new episode of Cinema Society Saturday. Now let's say you don't know what that is. Well, me and a bunch of my friends online who are huge fans of horror movies, we are randomly given a theme. We then pick a movie that fits within that theme to give to our partner, and then they have to review that film. So the theme for this week was ghosts. Now, my partner for this week is John over at Smash Trivia. If you haven't watched his content before, definitely go and do so. He also has a great podcast called The Gamma Analysis, which you should also check out. Now, the movie that John gave me to review this week is We Have a Ghost. That's right, I'm talking about the 2023 film We Have a Ghost, directed and co written by Christopher Landon. So, the first thing I'll say about this movie is I was pleasantly surprised with how good it was. When I saw the trailer when it was first coming out in 2023, I honestly thought this was going to be terrible, and so I never watched it. But thank you, John, for giving me this suggestion because I ended up really enjoying it. So here's the concept for the film. We have a family that moves into a new home, and as it turns out, the home is haunted. But it's haunted by a ghost named Ernest, who, for the most part, is just trying to live his afterlife. Now, one of the family members, Kevin, ends up befriending Ernest as he feels bad for this ghost who really can't talk and also appears to have amnesia. So the rest of the film seems to be all about Kevin and his friend trying to help Ernest out, while everyone else in their lives seems to be doing the opposite. Jahi Winston does a great job as Kevin in this film, but also David Harbour, who plays Ernest the Ghost, is really funny in this. I would say my only real issue is I don't know why they decided to give him the worst comb over ever. It doesn't add anything, in my opinion. In fact, it kind of just detracts from it at times. But he still did a great job in this. Anthony Mackie plays the father of the family. There's also a brief cameo by Jennifer Coolidge, and Tig Notaro plays one of the kind of side primary characters. This movie reminds me a lot of things like E.T., where a family or part of a family is doing what they can to save the special creature, essentially, from everything else that's trying to stop or capture it. I would also say in some ways it does remind me of Earth Girls Are Easy, but only slightly. All in all, this movie is actually pretty enjoyable. I think there's some very funny moments, some heartfelt moments, and honestly, quite a few twists that I wasn't expecting. So if you have an opportunity, I do recommend checking out this movie for yourself. It's currently streaming for free on Netflix. And for me, on my scale, I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. So, like I mentioned, if you're not already doing so, definitely go and follow John. Let's see if we can get him up to 1,300 followers. And do keep an eye out for the movie that I gave him to review, which was the 2018 film Dead Detectives. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Cinema Society Saturday. And if you want to check out what everyone else in the group did for their reviews, just look up the hashtag Cinema Society Saturday.